Here's how I made this. Let's go. So I don't actually make this genre a lot, so take this with like a grain of salt. Not even a grain of salt, like a grain of flour. I don't know, something small. If you have any tips for me, just let me know, please, dude. Please, just let me know, please. Okay, let's go. What's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here is obviously the gun. Here's the gun. It sounds like this. It's really heavy. To break it down, it's a sine wave and a saw wave and a filter and then an LFO and an envelope. If you take off all the effects, this is what it sounds like. It's really freaking weak. So what you do is you actually go to Odd Prophet's YouTube channel and then follow his YouTube tutorial on how to make a tarot gun. And he does this thing in multipass with an OTT and a frequency shifter and a convolver and distortion. And it makes it sound like that. And then you have OTT, another one. And then this is side chaining and EQing. And you have this. For the pattern, it's just swung like triplets almost. And then for the second part, I just switched the snare out that you used to make it and pitched it down a little right here. And then let's go. Okay, let's for the fills at the beginning, especially. I recorded the tear out thing for this, and I cut it up, made it a little glitchy, and then added a bunch of effects. So here's what it sounds like without. And then here's with. And there's a little uplifter to bring into the snare and lasers, of course. And then the next one, I made it a little shorter and added some chroma, and then used some bass glitches. Just to make it a little tonal. And then for this fill, so a little bit of the Sophie snares and more glitches. And also I'm using a lot of this this sample right here, just with OTT on it, just like everywhere. You know, like the and there's a bunch of layers to make it stronger. Just a little glitchy. The drums are really simple. Just a really heavy kick, and a ride, and a clap. For the second part, there's this little fill right here. That little is just a bin scrambler that's automated. It basically makes it sound really weird. And then a diopter, which is like disperser to make it crunchy. And then more color. And a spectral gate, so it just randomizes it every single time. And then it goes into this part again. This was really cool, this bass right here. It's two saw waves that are really distorted with a room on it. The fruity wave shaper and soft clippers doing a bunch of the work there to make it bassy. I'm using a lot of these Botanica like sound effects as transitions because they sound really good and they flow into each other really well. And then this one's, you can tell, like I tried to make so it slows down. And then it goes back to the normal. Right here, I just went back to the beginning part of this. Is actually, it sounds like this. I don't know. So I use that melody right there at the end to make it sort of the same song. I added a bunch of Botanica effects to make it flowy. Thank you, Novel, for these sound effects. So it's a bunch of tonal hits and transitions. It's a bit loud there, but and I don't know what I'm doing for this part. It's just what I police notes, bro. And yeah, that's how you make tarot. Let's go.